Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I am Baron D. Hall, and with this video we are going to be showing a side-by-side demo and review of the 1UP arcade cabinet next to a classical cabinet, as you can see. I'll go around and just kind of show you the difference in the sizes. We'll talk about the buttons and the joysticks. We'll talk about that controversial intro video music, and then we'll show some gameplay side by side and a demo of 4 people playing each cabinet. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Stick around.
Here's what we're going to talk about. Feel free to skip ahead to a section if you want to.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just to show you the difference in the weight between the two of them. With the 1UP cabinet, I can actually pick it up. I don't know how much it weighs, maybe like 50 or 60 pounds or so. This bad boy weighs about 300 pounds, so I can scoot it and move it, but I cannot pick it up without a dolly. Also, I can't fit this through the doorway with the button layout the way that it is, so I've actually got to take this off and unscrew it. One Up measures at about 58 inches with the riser, and the classic cabinet measures at about 70. Looking at the base portion of the cabinet, the classic measures out at about 28.5. One Up measures at about 18 3/4. This is probably one of the most important measurements on the whole thing right here, just so you'll know if you have enough room to play the 1UP cabinet. The dashboard portion right here measures out at about 37 inches on the classic cabinet. And it's about 31.5 on the 1UP cabinet. So you can see it's a decent amount smaller, but definitely not enough to where it will impede you from playing. Absolutely not. One thing to point out too really quickly is just the general layout of the buttons. You'll notice how the buttons here are oriented kind of in a curve going around this way versus the 1UP cabinet where they don't really follow that curve. So one of the minor complaints that I've seen about the 1UP cabinet is the buttons and the joysticks. And sure, they are definitely different. If you feel whenever you push the button, it just kind of pushes down versus the classic has a kind of more of a spring to it. The joysticks themselves, I feel like the classic one has just a little bit more resistance to it. So you actually feel like you got to kind of move it a little bit versus the 1UP joysticks. They're a little bit easier to move around. They're a little bit lighter, but definitely not a deal breaker at all. It's just different. So we're going to talk about that controversial theme song intro. So you've probably heard that they did have to remix the 1UP arcade version of the intro music, and here I'll play both of them. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference between the two, and if you're a purist, if you like the classic stuff, then yeah, you're probably not going to like the remix, but really it's not that big of a deal. They had to do what they had to do in order to get the game in there, so I don't think it's really a problem. Alright, so this is the girls playing the classic cabinet, and now here they are gathered around the 1UP cabinet with the riser on. And now they're gathered around the mini cabinet without the riser.
Fire! Hang on, April.
Alright, here's the intro. Okay, here we go on the 1UP cabinet. Notice a real nice crisp monitor. The colors are very bright on this one. Honestly, I have no idea how old my classic monitor is. Could be 20 or 30 years old for all I know. Hey, don't hit me. But, I'm not doing as well. So, it plays very similarly. Just a tiny minor bit of difference on the buttons. Just whenever you push it, it's just kind of feedback from whenever you're actually touching the buttons. Alright, brother, come on, Cletus, come on, Cletus, Hercules. Ah, I'm not doing so well. Okay, well that ought to give you enough of an idea. One thing you'll notice too is the line going up. And that's just from recording from this old monitor. When I'm actually playing it, I'm not seeing that line going up. Alright everyone, I hope you like the side-by-side comparison of the one-up cabinet to the classical cabinet. Overall, I give it an A and I give it 2 thumbs up. It's an outstanding addition to your home, to your office. There are some differences between it and the classical cabinet, but overall it's a great addition. Make sure you subscribe so that you can watch some of my other videos. I'm going to have some other arcade cabinets coming up, the Star Wars one's coming, and we'll show that to you. Thank you.